Hi, many of you know me. My name is Mark. I'm a musician. I play in a group with David Allen Potter called Six Strings and a Fiddle, and I also play solo. Um, and I've been asked about some of the guitars that I use for shows, tools of the trade, so to speak. And lately there's been a lot of talk on the internet about Mossman guitars. And I just watched a really cool documentary about Mossman, and especially Stuart Mossman, the man who started the Mossman Guitar Company in Winfield, Kansas. And I encourage you to look that up. But I was very fortunate in 1976 to purchase this guitar, my Mossman Golden Era, which is basically the top of the line when it comes to Mossman guitars. I've had this guitar for 48 years now, and it's basically my number one guitar and out of all the guitars that I have. And I don't always take it on the road with me, and in other videos I'll show you some of the other guitars I use. But this guitar I wanted to show you first. It's a Mossman Golden Era, and it's a beautiful instrument, and it has a wonderful sound. I mean, it's a great flat picking guitar, and hear that ring? It's just a beautiful instrument. Still going. But I love this guitar. It has rosewood sides and back. It's got a beautiful spruce top. The only changes that I have made in this guitar since I've had it, I had some work done on the frets, and they changed. They asked me if I wanted to, instead of having nickel frets, if I would rather have stainless, and it makes it to me it sounds a little more crisp, more brass, and the frets last a lot longer. They don't wear down. I guess it's a matter of preference. And I also changed the pick guard. The pick guard was really getting worn down, and they put a black pick guard, so that's not original. But everything else is original on the guitar. I love the fact that it has ivory. That's ivory pegs right there. Of course, it's got ebony on the bridge, and this is, I believe, bone. And the nut is ivory as well. And of course, it's got the gold-plated tuning heads, and it has the ebony fingerboard. And I love the inlay, the mother of Tree of Life, inlay up and down the neck. The first time I saw that, I thought it was amazing. And I also think it's cool that inside on the label, which I'll show you a close-up, I'll show you a picture up here in a minute. See, that's a label on the inside, and you can see that Stu Mossman and all the people who worked on it, the craftsmen and the workers, actually put their initials on the inside. The only question I have about this one, and I've only seen it in one other Mossman guitar label, is that Stu, usually what I can tell is he signed it on the inside, on the right bottom left corner of the label is where he usually put his initials. And if you look close on my guitar, and on only one other guitar that I've seen, he put his initials in the middle underneath the serial number. So I don't know why that is. If any of you who know anything about Mossman guitars or anything about Stu knows why he did that, if it was just a coincidence or if there was a reason, a purpose for it, you can let me know. But it's just a beautiful guitar. This is number one in my guitar collection, I'll call it. My 1976 Mossman Era. Now, one thing's interesting on the label, also on the serial number, it says 76. But if you look, there's a stamp on the neck, and it says it's 75. So I don't know if it was made in 75 or 76. But the serial number starts with 76. But like I said, up at the top and the inside on the bottom of the neck there, it says 75. So I don't know what else I can tell you about the guitar. This one, when I bought it, I had a hot dot pickup put in, which I still use with a preamp sometimes. And but I don't know if that takes out the value or not. But if you look really close, right here, there's 2 dots right there, hot dots, and that's the was a, I guess, a good pickup system back in those days. Sounds beautiful, doesn't it? I sell the morning paper, sir. My name is Jimmy Brown. Everybody knows that I'm a newsboy of the town. You'll hear me yelling morning stars. I run along the street. No hat upon my head, no shoes upon my feet. Of course, I love all of that pretty inlay and everything on it. And I forgot to mention, back when I bought this guitar, I was a real supporter of the pro-life movement back then. And I got this little sticker. It's made out of cloth. It's an embroidered sticker that says it's a rose, and it has life on it. And it was my statement at the time. I was doing Christian music. And it was my little statement about how I was pro-life. And that's what that means, if you wondered what that was when you saw it there. But she's a beautiful instrument, isn't it? Well, one other thing for you guys who know a little bit about Mossman guitars, I do have the checks in the finish on the front, and she has a lot of miles on it. I was flying from Oklahoma City to Chicago one year back in the early 80s. And they told me I had to put my guitar below in the luggage, which I never wanted to do. I hated doing that. But I reluctantly agreed, and when we landed in Chicago, I took my guitar out, and because of the cold temperatures, I guess, playing up at 35,000 feet or whatever it was, the temperature cracked the finish on the guitar. It doesn't hurt the sound at all. It doesn't hurt the guitar in any way other than how it looks. And personally, once I got used to it, it doesn't bother me. It just adds character to the guitar. But I'll never sell it. And when I pass away someday, if the Lord tarries, so to speak, one of my children will have it, or a grandchild. But I'll never sell it. Or in fact, if anybody knows where I can get a winter wheat or some other kind of Mossman guitar for a not horrible price, I'll buy it. And me and several other guys, I'm sure they're looking for them. So you have a blessed day, and I hope you enjoyed a little bit about this particular guitar. And they say usually like, subscribe, and comment. You have a blessed night. It's nighttime here, so you have a blessed night.